Hey guys, excited to be with you in First Timothy chapter 6. First Timothy chapter 6. Let me read this to you. Yet true godliness with contentment is itself great wealth. After all, we brought nothing with us when we came into the world, and we can't take anything with us when we leave it. So if we have enough food and clothing, let us be content. In the sense that you're looking at the world. We're looking at prices. We're looking at tariffs. We're looking at Doge and going in and finding all these wasteful things that are going on in our government and all the money and all the things that. What I want you to do is just sit back and think about all that God has provided for you. I'm around people who have so much material wealth and yet are still miserable. And I'm around people who have very little and are as happy as they can be. I have seen people with absolutely nothing who are just as joyful as they can be. Every moment they get to spend with family or goof off or laugh or anything like that. I've seen unbelievers in their revelry enjoy their lives much better than Christians who are walking with God, and that's just not acceptable. But here's the thing. We often hear, you can't take it with you. Well, here it is. That's the verse. I mean, you came in with nothing. You're going to leave with nothing. I mean, that's just all there is to it. Now, you say, well, I can leave things to my kids, and that's good. I mean, you ought to provide for your family. You ought to have those things. You certainly don't want to leave them in such a way that they don't have to work for things. People, I want them to have it easier. Trust me, that never works out. Never works out as far as not wanting them to have some difficulty or obstacle in their life. They're going to need it to become who they're supposed to become. All right? But the thing with these verses in First Timothy is that Paul is telling Timothy, he says, listen, what folks have to understand is, you're not going to leave with anything. So be content with what you have. That doesn't mean don't work for other things. Don't work for a way to leave your kids something or anything like that. Work very hard. That's all fine. But be very content in the fact that, and I think the word there is more, and certainly need to look at the Greek in this, but it's more a matter of being grateful for what you have and being okay with it. It's like, wow, I have been given a lot. I think our fear of the future and the fear of not being able to provide drives us more to our, uncontentment, if you will, uncontentment. But here's the thing: discontentment. I think that's probably why we get discontented, is that we look at this and we say, hey, look, I know I got to provide for the future when I might not be able to work hard or something like that. Well, listen, guys, listen. God's going to provide. God's going to help. Do everything you can to, provide for your family. Do everything that you can to store up what you can as far as, investment and things. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is we need to be grateful at every juncture of our life, where we are, with what God has provided. Food and clothing, you're not going to take that with you. What's the point? And nobody's really going to care. You say, oh, well, listen, they keep up with the score. No, sorry, unless you're somebody like Rockefeller or something where they've, but think about this. I mean, if all that wealth was for nothing, if all that wealth was just to make sure your family was okay. But he did believe in giving, and he did believe it, and he did give, despite the fact that there were some other things that may have been wrong with those type of people. But here, I'm going to tell you something, guys. Provide. There's nothing wrong with that. But be content with the things that you have, in the sense that be grateful for them. God, I have food, and God, I have clothing, and God, I have a place to stay. You're not going to take any of that with you. So be grateful to God for that stuff. Be grateful for everything you have, every fiber of your clothing, every fiber of your being. Be grateful. Love you guys. Bye-bye.